श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய கவிதார்க்கிகேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யவர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹ்ருதி. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரோ ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே ஈரொன்று தூப்போ திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்று தானே மையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு
Let us take Abhaya Pradana Saram of Sri Vedanta Deshika from page 41. In the 40th page, we saw the advice given by Sita Devi to Ravana, and what we understand from her words should be the goddess is more merciful than the Lord himself. Though they agree with each other in all matters within inverted comma. She does what he expects her to do. He does what she expects him to do. And therefore, there is no difference of opinion at the final stage. Initially, they may argue with each other. And the argument of Sita or Mahalakshmi would be more on the side of the devotees than on the side of the Lord, the husband. Therefore, that is certain. And we can depend on the grace of Mahalakshmi to come to us more quickly than the Lord's compassion. And therefore, this is what the first line in the page 41 wants to convey to us. Now, an adjective given by Vedanta Deshika to the Lord is Tikshna Danda Dharaha in Sanskrit. He is a tyrant. He is a cruel king. And he will, in no time, punish the guilty. Of course, in an appropriate manner only. The innocent will be acquitted. The guilty will be punished. And because of the grace of Mahalakshmi, even this punishment will be lessened, will be mild. So here, the grace of Mahalakshmi is now stressed upon. When the individual soul, be he a human being or a demon or anybody else, if he opposes the principles of propriety mentioned in the scriptures, then Lord gets angry. Lord gets furious. And therefore, he also becomes a foe to the opponent. So, Pratikulana Irukachidei. Even after having given lot of concessions to Ravana, since Ravana did not agree with that, Lord therefore was little cruel, as mentioned in the words of Sita. So don't invite what you call terrible death. That's what he said. She said. So here, so we understand by the mother's attitude, Matritva Prayuktamana. So this is what, but we are going to see the quotation also under footnotes. So Matritva Prayuktamana Vatsalya Atishayattale. The extreme filial affection shown by a mother to a child, Astute ennum prakaratile, when Ramanujacharya, the king of the mendicants, Yatiraja, called in Tamil Udayavar, and he is called Tirupavai Jiyar in Tamil because of the 19th Pashuram of Tirupavai. He visualized Andal Goda Devi in the daughter of his preceptor Periyanambi, and therefore he was called Tirupavai Jiyar. So in his Sharanagati Gadyam, he starts with the big paragraph, Bhagavaneva Saniyamya Swarupa Sthiti Pravritti Shashesha Taika Rasena Anena Atmana Kartra. I'm giving the Satvika Tyaga. Bhagavan Narayana Abhimatanu Swarupa Rupa Guna Vibhavaishwarya Sheelad Janavatikasya Asankhya Kalyana Gunaganam. He refers to Goddess Mahalakshmi. Padmavanalayam Bhagavatim Shriyam Devim Nitya Anapayinim Niravadyam Devadeva Divya Mangishim Akhila Jaganmataram Asman Mataram Asharanya Sharanyam Ananya Sharanaha Sharanamaham Prapadye. So to the next paragraph of this Gadyam, Sharanagati Gadyam, Mahalakshmi nods her head in approval and says two sentences. Astute, Astute, whatever you said will be achieved by you. Astute, you will get what you want. The next one is Anena Sarvam Sampatsate. Tenaiva Sarvam Sampatsate. By this or by that, namely the bhakti that you want to show, everything will be achieved. Sarvam Sampatsate. These are the words of Goddess Mahalakshmi direct to Ramanujacharya. Astute Tenaiva Sarvam Sampatsate. These words are given in the text also. So, Ennum Prakaratile Aruli Cheda Vakyattale. Had Ravana accepted her words and said Astute, again, Goddess Mahalakshmi in the form of Sita would have said Astute. So you will be a Sharanagataha, Ravana will be a surrendery, and he will get what he wants. So he will get back the kingdom of Sri Lanka and then enjoy the pleasures of this world. Id Dampatigal Lokahitattile. As no, for example, Hanuman wanted to solve the problem of the separation between Rama and Sita, and he suggested a solution to the big problem. He said, "O Sita Devi, I will carry you on my back to Rama and hand you over to him. It is very simple for me to carry you." Sita has to talk a lot to Hanuman to say that Rama should come and win over Ravana and then only take her back. So that was the rather real prowess of Rama. That's what she said to Hanuman. Hanuman initially did not understand, but afterwards he agreed to the words of Sita and then he went back. So here the point is the opinion of the couple, the divine couple, is one and the same in doing favor to the devotees. Now, especially in this particular context, Vibhishana is the devotee here. So, Abhaya Pradana Saram concentrates on Vibhishana Sharanagati. And Vibhishana, having surrendered to Rama, should be favored by Rama. And therefore, Rama has to come to Sri Lanka, win over Ravana, and he must hand over the promised kingdom to Vibhishana, and so on, and then take back Sita. So in this context, this divine couple has got only one opinion, single opinion. Loka hitatile, in order to favor the world, entire world, samana abhipraya ennamidathai kaatina. In different contexts, Sita and Rama, individually and separately, echoed each other's opinion. That's the meaning of this sentence. Samana abhipraya, same opinion, same thinking, same thought of this divine couple. Ippadi, tena maitri bhavatute endradum, Ravananukku, to Ravana, Sita said, tena maitri bhavatute. You must have friendship with Rama. Tena, with Rama, that is with him. Maitri bhavatute. Te, your friendship, maitri bhavatu. May there be friendship with Rama. These were the words of Sita to Ravana. And Ravana and Kumbhakarna were born as, in the next birth as, Shishupala and Dantavaktra. And Shishupalana Janmantarattile, when he had another birth, Ravana had the next birth. Ravana had the previous birth as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Ravana and Kumbhakarna had the previous birth, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And later on, Shishupala and Dantavaktra. And Shishupalana Janmantarattile, in the next birth as Shishupala, Antima Kshanatile Yahilam Karyakaramai. In his last days, the devotee, once he surrenders, will get all benefits. But that was not to be in the case of Shishupala. Shishupala got killed by the very hands of Lord Krishna. But there was a discussion before finishing the soul, Shishupala, namely Uddhava and Balarama are given the chance to counsel Lord Krishna. Balarama said, kill Shishupala and attend Yudhishthira's Rajasoya sacrifice. Uddhava said, go and get the first respect from the Rajasoya sacrifice of Yudhishthira and then kill Shishupala. So these are the two contradictory instructions given by these two elderly people to Lord Krishna. But Lord Krishna decided to attend this Rajasoya sacrifice of Yudhishthira and simultaneously kill Shishupala near the Yagashala. That was the. So now let us take the footnotes for this paragraph 1, 2, and 3. Antima Kshanatile Yahilam Karyakaramayitru. So the result was same. The result was achieved. The purpose was fulfilled, and therefore So Shishupala, of course, as all of us know, while one dies at the hands of the Lord, then they feel regret and they ask for pardon, and then the soul leaves the body. So this is what happened in the case of Shishupala also. So Shishupala Antima Kshanam, Kadashi Kshanam, Irakkum Tarunam, Karyakara, Karyate Shevadu, அதாவது பலி பலிப்பது. So the result will be positive. Shishupala was given the heaven. So anybody dying in the hands of the Lord will be given moksha. That is normal. So it was usual. And Samana Abhipraya in number 2, meaning Ore Ennate Udayavar. And Matrutva Prayogamana Vatsalya Atishayam. That is what we call Tayahayal Irukkum Adhiga Anbinale. That was footnote number 1. So we are going to see next number by reading the next paragraph by page 41. Here, Sharanya Sahadharmachariniana Pirati Vishayatile. Now, while the surrenderies are given the succor, shelter, refuge by the divine couple, the goddess Mahalakshmi will always be in tune with Mahavishnu, and she will always follow the advice of Mahavishnu. So Sharanya is Lord Sriman Narayana. Sagadharmacharini, as Janaka promised before marriage, and according to the words of the father, Sita acted carefully to follow in the right spirit the words of Rama. So she is called Sagadharmacharini. So Pirati Vishayatile, in the matter of individual matter, namely of Sita, then Tarjana, Bhatsana, Adi, Pravartaigalana, Rakshasigalai Kurithu. So we are going to see that Hanuman, which all of us know the story, Hanuman asked permission from Sita to crush all the demonesses around her who were disturbing her for the past 9 and more months. And every day they were torturing Sita. And they were ugly to look at. They did all disturbing actions to Sita in order to make her agree to the words of Ravana. And they threatened her, all the demonesses threatened her. Tarjana is threatening. Bhatsana also. It also means threatening. So they all did it 24/7 for past few months. And then so Sita tolerated, bore the brunt. She tolerated the torture, and she suffered by that threat. And but when Hanuman asked her permission to finish the demonesses, she said, Papanam va shubhanam va vadham na arhataha na kaschit na aparadhyati. In Tamil we say, Eidavan irukka ambai novanin. There is an archer. An archer sends an arrow with his bow. But should we blame the arrow? The arrow hits the target, troubles the target, makes the target suffer. So somebody is killed, for example. And can we blame the arrow can we find fault with the arrow? No, we have to blame the sender of the arrow. In the same way, so we cannot blame the demonesses who tortured Sita terribly, but Ravana should be found fault with. And therefore, she said, many people commit mistakes. Almost all people commit mistakes. I also committed a mistake. She did not say it directly, but it is understood by the incidents in Ramayana that Sita scolded Lakshmana unnecessarily. So that, of course, it was very harsh. The words are very harsh that Lakshmana had to leave Sita in Lach and then followed the footsteps of Rama when Ravana came like a sannyasi and abducted Sita in the absence of both brothers. So Lakshmana, we have in Hindi, there's a term called Lakshman Rekha. And Rama drew the line on the earth so that both Lakshmana and Sita would not come out of the line. It's called Lakshman Rekha. But Lakshmana had to leave out of hearing harsh words from Sita. And Sita suffered in Ashokavana for a few months on the basis of her harsh words to Lakshmana. And even the god or goddesses are not spared for the sin committed, for the wrong action committed by them. Very great personalities also suffer because of their bad actions. So there are no exceptions. So this is what we understand from. So here, with regard to the Abhaya Pradana, namely the Prapatti aspect of this Abhaya Pradana, even if people give us trouble, those people should be inquired, analyzed, and the process must be analyzed why they give trouble to us. And we must find out the basic source of the trouble. And then we have to target at the source of the trouble than the people who themselves are giving us trouble. In that case, so what we are supposed to do is we must take stock of the situation, discuss, think twice before punishing somebody. And therefore, of course, Sharanagati Tattvam is only to pardon, excuse those who commit mistakes. And we will also excuse some small trouble given to us by others. So this is about 41, page 41. And Sita Devi, as goddess Mahalakshmi's incarnation, was so merciful, more merciful than the Lord, that she pardoned the demonesses and did not allow Hanuman to harm them. That is the beauty of Mahalakshmi. Whereas at least a mild punishment was given to the crow for the bad action committed by Jayanta, and Rama took away one eye vision. Now let us go to page 42. So here, these words are in Tamil transliteration. Now we are looking at the words of the daughter of Vibhishana. So we will understand the attitude of Vibhishana. Vibhishana is a good demon, and his daughter also a good demoness, you can say. Trijatayum Swamatam Sannabadiye Peshana. So this is advice given by Trijata to the Demonesses, the second paragraph, and the first paragraph is a small piece of advice. Now, she wanted to stop the Demonesses in talking cruelly to Sita, and she said, so do not talk to her harshly. Don't torture her by words. So they all said, you become the wife of Ravana. That will be more, you will be happier in life. You will feel all comforts in life. You can be luxurious in life. So all kinds of attractions to say that Sita should become the wife of Ravana. That itself is what we call cruel expression to Sita's mind. And she said, Trijata said, Tatu alam. It is enough. Tatu alam, it is enough. Krura vakyehi, cruel words. Stop your cruel words. Enough of your cruel words. Don't say further the cruel words. Vaha, your Santvameva abhidhiyata. So Vaha got three meanings in Sanskrit. So for you, your, and you. So here, Santvameva abhidhiyatam, you all say only very comfortable words, soothing words. Santvam eva abhidhiyatam. Please talk to Sita only with the soft words. And having understood the Demonesses that Sita will be rescued by Rama, and Vibhishana and Hanuman came and invited her to approach Rama. That was the final stage. Ravana is dead. And therefore, now they were terribly afraid. The Demonesses were terribly afraid. They threatened Sita so far, but now they feel the threat. And then Trijata said, don't shiver by your bones. Don't be afraid. Let us all beg Vaidehi. Abhiyachama Vaidehi. Abhiyachama Vaidehi. So now you are all afraid of being harmed by Sita because she has got the strength now. Rama, her husband, has arrived, and Hanuman is there to destroy anything. So they were terribly afraid. Trijata advised the Demonesses, Abhiyachama Vaidehi. Let us all beg Vaidehi. Then etaddi mama rochate. So this is the solution that I like. So etaddi, this indeed, etaddi, this indeed, mama rochate, is liked by me. This is the solution to the problem of your fear. Now, so she is addressing the Demonesses. He Rakshasyaha, O Demonesses, Batsitam api yachadhvam. Though you have threatened Sita so far, now you take the turn, you beg yachadhvam. Kim vivakshaya. You want to say something? So all of you seem to say something. So you have some wish to say something to her. So now you understand, Raghavadhi Bhayam Ghoram. The terrible fear has landed over the demons today. Raghavat, from Rama, now Upasthitam, it is imminent now. It is available now. It is present now. upasthitam. What? Rakshasanam bhayam ghoram. Ghoram bhayam. Terrible fear has landed on the minds of demons of the city, Sri Lanka, the kingdom. But don't worry, she says. Ma Suchaha, as Lord Krishna said. She said, Pranipata prasannahi Maithili Janakatmaja. This is a famous quotation from Ramayana. So Janakatmaja, as her father is, she is the chip of the old block. So Janakatmaja, Janaka's daughter, Maithili, she is from the kingdom of Mithila. Therefore, Maithili, she has more compassion than anybody else. So Pranipata Prasannahi. Indeed, she will be happy to see that all of you are surrendering to her. If you fall at her feet, Pranipata, if you fall at her feet sincerely, then she will be happy to pardon you. Prasannahi. So need not go and beg Rama now. And you have threatened Sita and therefore you don't go to Rama now to get pardon. Alam Esha Paritratum. She is capable of Alam, capable. The previous one, Alam is enough, sufficient. This Alam is capable. So Sita is capable. Esha, this lady, Sita Devi, is capable, Alam, Paritratum, to protect from any danger around her, around them, around the demonesses. Rakshasyaha, all the demonesses. Mahataha bhayat, from the great fear. Great impending fear. The fear is impending. At any moment they may be killed. In such a situation, the demonesses are encouraged by Srijata, the daughter of Vibhishana, to surrender at the feet of Maithili, Vaidehi, Sita, all different names. So again, so what we understand is, when somebody recommends Sharanagati for us, the preceptor, Srijata is like a preceptor to the demonesses. So when great people near us advise us to do Sharanagati, we must follow their advice. So that is the essence of this idea. Trijatayum swamatam sannabadi peshinan. So Piratiyum, the Peshinan who talked Valmiki, we remember. It is looking like Ekavachanam without respect. But for great people like even God, we use Ekavachanam, singular form. But we, out of a lot of respect, we sometimes talk in Ekavachanam with the elders also. For example, I address my grandfather and grandmother in Ekavachanam. I don't say very, very respectful words. Tata inge va. Inge vaanga அப்படின்னு சொல்றதில்லை. தாத்தா இங்க வா அப்படி. ஸோ பிராட்டியும் அவர்கள் இசைவின்றிருக்கே இருக்க. So this is what that happened. Though Pirati, namely Sita Devi, agreed with the words of Srijata, but they never agreed with, the demonesses never agreed with Srijata. அவர்கள் இசைவின்றிக்கே இருக்க, they did not fall at the feet of Sita Devi. But Sattva Prakritiயான Trijatayodu அவர்களுக்கு உண்டான, we'll go to the next page before that. So we'll understand the number 2. So, நல்ல சாத்விக ஸ்வபாவம் உள்ள. Being the daughter of Vibhishana, she is a very good lady. So Sattva Prakriti. So she is a very, very good lady, I would say. A very good lady. So Trijata, so in order to favor Trijata, because Trijata recommended Sharanagati of the demonesses to the feet of goddess Sita Devi. She agreed with Trijata, and she did not even expect any fall at the feet by the demonesses. And therefore, she, without being surrendered to, Sita Devi gave a favor to them by preventing Hanuman from doing harm to them. So that is the... So Sundarakanda, 27th canto, 41st sarga, 41 to 44 verses. That's what... So we already saw the meaning of these words in English. Now it is in Tamil. Please take to page 42. So that Ahayal Ini, the footnote. Ahayal Ini, the last paragraph. Ini 42. Last paragraph. Tamil, page 42, last paragraph. Yeah. ஆகையால் இனி இந்த கடுமையான வார்த்தைகளை நிறுத்துங்கள். Trijata said to the demonesses. மிருதுவாகவே பேசி நம்மை, now go to footnote of 43, நம்மை ரட்சிக்கும்படி சீதையை பிரார்த்திப்போம். Trijata joined as a demoness, joined the other demonesses who tortured Sita. இப்போது நாம் செய்யக்கூடியது இவ்வளவே. இதுதான் எனக்கு யுக்தமாக தோன்றுகிறது. ஏற்கனவே நாம் சீதையை துன்புறுத்தி இருந்தாலும் அவள் மறுத்துவிட்டால் ஏன் செய்கிறது என்கிற பயம் இல்லாமல் பிரார்த்தியுங்கள். பெருமாளிடத்திலிருந்து ராட்சதர்களுக்கு நேர்ந்திருக்கும் பயத்திலிருந்து சீதையால் தான் நம்மை ரட்சிக்க முடியும். அவளும் நமஸ்காரத்தாலேயே திருப்தி அடையும் சபாவம் உள்ளவள். So this is in support of Rama's Charama Shloka in the 18th canto of Yuddhakanda, where Vibhishana came and surrendered, and in spite of the wrong advice given by all monkeys except Hanuman, and except the bear Jambavan, Karadi, all of them opposed the acceptance of Vibhishana. Then only he gave the Charama Shloka. Sakradeva prapannaya tavasmi iti chayachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadamyetat prasammama. So it is enough if the surrender is do not fall at the feet, that they say tava asmi, I belong to you, I am related to you. This lady also, she has got the same opinion of her husband, namely by very what we call namaskara, anjali, folding of the palms together, will make her happy, will make her contented, and will make her bless us. So that was the advice given by Trijata to the demonesses. So let us look at the page 42 at the top. Yeah. So now, through many characters, Vedanta Deshika in his Abhaya Pradana Saram wants to instruct us, tell us that these are the different aspects of Abhaya Pradana Saram. A protector should possess so many qualities, such and such quality, and the one who is to be protected should possess such and such quality. So we have a list of both the protector and the protected. So, and what did Sita do? Vatsalya Paravashaya. She became elated by the filial affection towards the demonesses. Arulicheida Vartayai. So these words of Sita to Hanuman, that means say the words are, do not do harm to these demonesses. to leave them free. They are not the target to be attacked. So when she said this, these words of Sita were conveyed by Hanuman to other monkeys. ஸ்ரீ வானர வீரர்களுக்கு அனுபாஷித்து காட்டுகிற திருவடி. So Hanuman went and said to all the monkeys what happened in Sri Lanka when he asked permission from Sita to kill all the reminiscents. So Anubhashit, he said the same words of Sita. Alamesha paritratum raghavat rakshasi ganam. So she said, the words of Hanuman were Sita is capable of Alamesha, this lady, Alam capable of paritratum, to protect Rakshasi Ganam, the bevy of demonesses, from Raghava, from Rama. He might get angry. It's only a guess, a pure guess. Rama would not get angry, but it is a guess that Rama would get angry and punish the demonesses. So, என்று திரிஜட்டா வாக்கியத்தை முடித்து, and he finished the expression by the words of Trijata. That is, she said, Alamesha paritratum. She also said the same thing. So, Tatassa Srimati Bala, Bhartuhu Vijayaharshita, Avochat Yeditat Tathyam, Bhaveyam Sharanam Hivaha. So, this is what we now understand. Tataha then, Sa, she, Srimati Bala, Srimati, with what we call bashfulness. Kri means bashfulness. Tamilna Nanam. Acham, Nanam, Madam, Payirpu. These are the Tamil words which say, these are the 4 qualities of a good woman, a good lady. So, Srimati, Kri is bashfulness. It is not shamefulness. It is not hesitation. It is not reservation to talk and so on. Kri means bashfulness. Vetkam illa. This is Vetkam illa. Nanam. So Srimati Bala, this young girl, Sita was only young. When Rama started for the forest, he was 24. Please remember, only 13 years passed. So here, Srimati Bala, this young girl, Sita, is bashful, and she is happy because of the astounding victory of her husband. Bhartuhu, husband's Vijaya, astounding victory, great victory. Harshita, she became elated, happy. Avochat yedi tat tathyam. If what she said is true, yedi, if tat, the words avochat, said tathyam, truth. If what she said is true, bhaveyam sharanam hivaha. We all will have definitely shelter, refuge. So she will be a good protector for all of us, for all of you, Vaha. For you all, Sharanam, shelter. So what I understand. So this is what we call, so in footnote number 1, Anubhashi means Anuvadi. So Tiruppi Cholvadu. Hanuman repeated the words of Sita. And then number 2, Alamesha Paritratum Raghavad Rakshasi Ganam. This was a comment by Hanuman on the behavior of Sita. Sundarakanda 58th canto 87th verse. Raghuveeranamirundi Rakshasigalai Rakshikka Vallavai Ivale. Hanuman understood that equally Mahalakshmi, in the form of Sita, is capable of protecting all the demonesses. So, when Hanuman conveyed the victory of Rama over Ravana, she said, if what you said is true, then that is all the demonesses headed by Trijata also said this. Rama won the war, and therefore Nan ungalai nichayam rakshikireen. Now you understand that she herself is able to give a promise which is true, a true promise, so that all the reminiscences will be saved by Sita. And with these incidents of Ramayana, we understand that the divine couple has got only one opinion, and there are some people as intermediary mediary personalities to help us do surrender, namely like Trijata to the demonesses. There will be some good people helping us in doing this Sharanagati. And of course, Sharanagati is the final goal. And Sharanagati is the Kainkaryam, the service to the Lord. The very fall at the feet of the Lord will be the summum bonum of this Abhaya Pradana. That we understand what is the just falling at the feet is enough, sufficient. And we get whatever we get, we are not bothered about what we will get out of Sharanagati. Let us not think of our selfishness, and let us not think of anything that accrues out as the fruit of the Sharanagati. We are not to be worried about that. So Masuchaha, the word Masuchaha should also mean that I must not worry about the fruits of Sharanagati. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. So my sins will be destroyed. Then what next? You don't ask. So will you give me the place in Vaikuntha? Shall I become a permanent resident in Vaikuntha? So don't think on those lines. Just go fall at the feet of the Lord. So that is the essence of this Abhaya Pradhanam. Yeah? So Abhaya Pradhanam, as I told you, Abhaya Pradhanam is the role of the protector. And Abhayam is the necessity for us. The protection is necessary for us. The protector has got the capacity to donate or favor or give a boon of protection. That's all.
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम् कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம்